All right, here we go. The 203 Truck Series back in action tonight at IRP. Your pole center there in the Choice Inc. Esports machine. It's Jamie Kephart. Right beside him on the outside, the owner and operator of Next Level Racers, it's Brandon Parks. On the backside of Jamie is going to be his teammate Chris Jones. Right there behind in the number 4 spot tonight, that's going to be Rafe. Rafe out there tonight running for Monroe Motorsports. Wyatt Walker out there tonight also running fantastic. The G&W Racing Machine in the 5 spot. Stephen Hott, Backdraft Motorsports owner and operator in the 6. Andrew Ewing going to be back here in the one and only Toyota in the whole field in the 19 for Capsule Time Motorsports. Adam Herr making his trip out here tonight, looking fantastic for Next Level Racers. Justin Smolden, Mr. 203 himself, the title sponsor. The Open Wheel Mafia Choice Inc. Esports number 9 spot. Ben's going to be back there in the number 10 spot in a Ford tonight. He is running for Backdraft Motorsports. Good to see him out here tonight. Monroe in the 11th spot. Monroe Motorsports, owner and operator. You would have never guessed that. McPeak out here on the outside of him in the Beachside Customs. Looking fantastic. McPeak out here tonight out of Carolina. And Ryan saw what he did last week at Talladega. We'll see if he can get back up to the front here tonight in the mission 22 for Backdraft Motorsports in the 13 spot tonight. So that is your lineup. Good looking field here tonight. We'll take it. And we're looking at conditions here in 78 degrees, 56% chance of rain. Partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds. And big thanks again to Justin Smolden and everybody over at 203 Gaming being the title sponsor of the Truck Series. All right, with that being said, these boys back here right now are trying to find their way up here and get gridded out. Tonight's show, it's going to be 60 laps here at IRP. We got 13 competitors out here, 0 bots out here tonight. So a good field of human drivers, and we'll see who can get it done. Some notable guys in the back here. Anthony Monroe way back there in the 10 spot tonight. We know the 82 is capable of getting up to the front and running, but a slow start for him. Same with Justin Smolden in the 203 Black Rifle Coffee Company machine. Looks like he can definitely get it going also. So right now, all these guys trying to get it done here. Wyatt Walker in the middle of the pack there in the number 6 spot, and we'll see what he can do here. But Jamie Kephart's going to lead the field around. All right, we're getting ready to go here. The pace car, the lights are off. We're going to go 60 laps here. It's going to get darker and darker as this race goes on. Jamie Kephart waiting on that green flag here. And here we go. Brandon Parks right now on the outside of Jamie Kephart. Green flag out. Great start right here. We're ready to go racing 60 laps at IRP. Take them around right now, back through the back of the field here. They're going to try to get in that line. Everybody wants to get single filed out here. The 203 looking to the inside of the 19 early in this one. Up front, Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks, Chris Jones, Rafe back there, Wyatt Walker, Stephen Hott to the outside. Hott now working his way to the high side of Wyatt Walker. Everybody's going to start single filing it out here real soon. There is Ben. Patrick back there. Monroe. Andrew. And you see Monroe get loose with it there. He about went up and caught the wall. Andrew, Ryan, and Smolden round out your top field right here tonight. And we got a slow one here. Looks like Wyatt Walker, damage to him. Not sure what happened to Wyatt here. Let's take a look here and find out. Oh, he just got loose with it right up there in front of the field. Nowhere for anybody to go, and he's able to keep it clean and green, and we're still rolling here at IRP. Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks, Chris Jones, Rafe in the top 4. Stephen Hott back there in the 5. Adam Herr, Mick Peak, Ben, Monroe, Andrew, Ryan, and Smolden. Wyatt Walker in the back right now. Back up to the front, Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks, and Chris Jones round out your top 3. All right now, Chris Jones still in that 3rd spot. Brandon Parks in the 2. Rafe right now. Stephen Hott back there to 5, and there is McPeak now looking to the inside of Adam Herr, side by side. The Beachside Custom driver racing with the Next Level Racer driver. as they go side by side. It's so hard to run that bottom line here at IRP, but I tell you what, they're looking for it. And McPeak now goes for a ride to the bottom there, and he's got contact, and he's at the bottom side of the track here, and they're keeping it clean and green here. There is Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks, Chris Jones, Rafe, Steven, Adam, Ben, Anthony, Ryan, and the rest of the crew. Andrew now, and there is McPeak trying to get himself straightened back out there. Man, tough break for that team as he went for a ride there on the bottom side of the track. 7 of 60 in the books right now. Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks, Chris Jones, Rafe, Stephen Hott, and there is Adam Herr. Ben up there to the number 7 spot. Monroe to the 8. There is Ryan back here with Smolden. Wyatt Walker, Andrew Ewing, and McPeak round out your top 13 here at IRP tonight. Oh, absolutely. It's been a battle right here. These guys know it's all about saving tires and fuel. And Brandon Parks goes up to the high side of the wall there, not where he wants to go. Chris Jones right behind him. But what a return for Rafe here. Rafe looking fantastic. Even back there in that number 5 spot. And you're watching Adam and Ben duke it out here. Ben, a new driver for Backdraft Motorsports. You're going to start seeing his faces. He's more of a dirt guy, they say, so we'll see him tomorrow night in the dirt, and we'll see how he holds his self against some of the best in the business out here. But right now, he's doing pretty good. Up 2 spots in the number 8 spot tonight for the 923. Ben for Backdraft Motorsports. Ryan right there, same deal with him. We saw it last week. The Mission 22 Ford, or excuse me, the Chevrolet there. Those guys were really rolling last week at Talladega, and just unfortunate for them as they ended up getting themselves spun around there late in that one. So looks like Ben went for a bottom here, right at the bottom side of the track, and looks like he's going to be laying there as he just comes around the corner here and got himself at the bottom there. Tough break for him. You're going to have to hit escape. You're going to have to hit escape, dude. So he's at the bottom of the track, and there it is right there. So Jamie Kephart, Brandon, Chris Jones, and Rafe, your top 3. Steven, Monroe on the outside, battling hard with the 84. The 82 and the 84, that's Anthony Monroe making a power move here. He's now up 5 spots here as we're 12 of 60 in the books at IRP. Been there, crashed out in the pits for Backdraft Motorsports. Must have been listening to us as we were talking about him there, and we talked about he's a dirt guy, but, you know, hey, we're going to teach him how to use that escape button. Can I get a holy Jesus?
Holy Jesus.
There we go. He'll learn. Jamie Kephart. Parks working their way up here now. Jamie Kephart's got lap traffic ahead of him. It's the Beachside Custom driver. McPeak, Patrick McPeak here. Gonna try to find something, but he's got Jamie Kephart digging back here. Parks, Jones, Rafe, Steven, Monroe, Adam Herr, Ryan, Smolden, Wyatt Walker right now, the 85, hanging on back here in the 10th spot. Andrew and McPeak right now. McPeak now getting the pressure put onto him from Jamie Kephart. 14 of 60 here in this one. Ben was able to leave the pits. He's going to come back out and use that blend line and try to get himself back out here in the traffic. McPeak now going to go up to the high side here and let the faster cars get themselves situated here. Lap traffic always playing a role here, so there it is right there. McPeak trying to fight to stay on the lead lap here, and side by side they go. And right now you're watching the battle here. Jamie Kephart's able to make the pass there, no problem for him. Brandon Parks now looking to do the same here. Going to have to find the line here around McPeak. Parks now going to go to the high side here. Smooth sailing up there for him. And Brandon Parks will make the pass here on the outside of the Beachside Custom McPeak. Jonesy looking to do the same thing. Rafe there, Stephen Hott. Talked about him a little bit here earlier, but he's looking solid here tonight in the 84 for Backdraft Motorsports. The owner and operator picked up a couple drivers this off week, and he got him out here tonight looking fantastic. Stephen Hott and the Backdraft Motorsports team really coming together here. Same thing for Anthony Monroe. He's got a couple of his drivers out here tonight. Good return for Rafe, the Montana driver, up to the number 4 spot. And you're watching some of these boys just go up here and eat the wall here at IRP, and that's the line. You don't necessarily want to hit the wall, but, you know, it can be tough at times. So Rafe now going to do the same thing. Look to the high side here. And McPeak now just going to keep going further and further back here. 18 to 60 in the books here at IRP. It has been an awesome one here. We are closing in on the finish of this race here, and we still gonna have pit strategy. Yes, pit's gonna have to happen here. We talked to a few of the drivers pre-race, and they said, hey, they're gonna have to pit maybe twice if they don't save fuel. So we'll see who's been saving and who has not been saving. Right now, Anthony Monroe in the 6th spot, Adam Hurr in the 7, Ryan back there in the 8. There is Smolden in the 9. Wyatt Walker still in the 10 right now. Andrew Ewing for Capsule Time Motorsports, just looking for a good points night, man. Not their favorite track, but they're out here running 2nd in the overall point standings, and, you know, they're trying to have a good finish here tonight. McPeak here still struggling. You know, you normally see him run the Pro 4s. I talked to him a couple weeks ago. He's like, look, dude, I'm not very comfortable in these trucks yet. Once I get there, you'll see me out there. And I thought tonight was going to be the night, but early spin puts him a lap down here. And the Beachside Custom 61 here, look to rebound here as the guys will have to cycle through the pits. And we saw what happened last week. Don't forget, last week at Talladega with that pit strategy and the blend line and all that stuff really, really plays a role into all these races and how they're going to be able to, you know, make it work. But right now, you're seeing Stephen Hott now try to make the pass on the bottom here, and it's very hard to pass anybody on the bottom at IRP. Stephen Hott now for Backdraft Motorsports here, still on the inside of the 61. 61 now holding his line up on the high side. Stephen going to try to make something happen here on the bottom side. You watch the preferred line here for any driver is the high side. That is just the way it goes here. It's very hard to make that pass on the bottom work without putting yourself or the other truck in danger. But right now, you're watching a Jamie Kephart run away with Brandon Parks. Chris Jones right there, and big swerve there. Chris Jones feeling the pressure, man, looked up in his mirror and saw a Montana driver, and Rafe now going to look all the way at the bottom, and that's what you call, my friends, an asphalt slider. Rafe now to the P3 spot in his return tonight. Great work. Ryan Walter back there also, and he's got some damage, and his car is now in the pits. Not sure what happened with him. He looks to the inside here and whoop, just made contact with a wall and found himself in the pits here. So good job with the tow, I got to tell him. Brandon Parks, Rafe, your top 3 here. Chris Jones back here in the 4. Stephen Hott still in the 5 right now. Following behind the Beachside Custom of McPeak. Anthony Monroe now getting some time here, caught back up as we watch Smolden look to the inside of Adam Hurr. Former teammates right there, those guys were. And it looks like Adam Hurr is going to bring that thing down pit road here and had that wound up there. So Adam Hurr in the pits. First one in tonight. Jamie Kephart still out. Brandon Parks and Rafe. Chris Jones right there. Steven in the 5. Anthony Monroe. Smolden and Wyatt Walker. And some guys are trying to make it a one-stop pit. Some are going to have to do it in 2. And Adam Hurr now is in the pits here for Next Level Racers, getting that thing geared up and wound up as he leaves the pits. Anthony Monroe now got himself into a spickle back here. Let's see what happened to the 82 here as he comes around the corner. And yeah, just loses it there. And enough track on the bottom to be able to keep yourself wound back up and get going as Rafe now comes into the pits here in the number 5 spot. Jamie Kephart still out. Brandon Parks still out. Stephen Hott, Chris Jones still out right now as Rafe is in. Smolden coming out of the pits there. Wyatt Walker right behind him. 28 to 60 here at IRP. And I tell you what, pit strategy going to come at a premium. Brandon Parks now coming down pit road. So is Chris Jones. So Jamie Kephart staying out in the freaky fast Jimmy John sub machine. And Stephen Hott right there with him. So both drivers trying to make it a one pit stop race. They don't want to have to come back in later. As it looks like Stephen Hott's going to bring that thing down the pits here. And oh boy, man, that's tight pit wall there. But he's able to get it in there safely. Brandon Parks pulling out. Chris Jones still sitting there. We'll see how Stephen Hott does here tonight. We talked about it a little bit last week with that blend line infraction, and pretty much cost him the race. And after that, it was not looking well for him. The 84 here was a little bit beat up on the outside there. Jamie Kephart's going to bring it in. Your leader in. That's going to put Anthony Monroe to the number 1 spot here as he goes up and beats the hell out of that wall. You know, I don't know which wall gets beat up more, this or Darlington, I tell you, but they're both on to that level of not being the greatest. So Andrew right there with them. Former teammates here also, Anthony Monroe and Andrew Ewing. Both drivers doing their own thing here, and Andrew looking to the inside here. I don't know how you can make a pass on pit road, because you got one guy that's way slower and one guy that's way faster, and they're going to crash here. Oh boy, they got that was close. All right, Brandon Parks, your leader now for Next Level Racers out front. You're defending truck champion. He only got about 4 or 5 of them trophies over there. As we just crossed the halfway marker here in the first race of the week, the 203 Truck Series at IRP, and Rafe now to the 2 spot. Jamie Kephart shoots back out of the pits there, and he is in the P3 here. What a fresh set of tires on that freaky fast machine. Stephen Hott still in the pits here. Not sure what happened with the 84, but we talked about the struggles last week with pitting, and it looks like the struggles are continuing here tonight for the 84 as he's just dropping back further and further here. The 84 going to be kicking himself in the nuts after this one.
Holy Jesus.
Right now, Brandon Parks, your leader. Rafe, Jamie, your top 3. Chris Jones, Adam Herr. Smolden, Wyatt Walker now. He's closed the gap. He's up to the 7 spot. The Walker Ridge Plantation. You'll see him tomorrow night in action over at Lanier tomorrow night. All the dirt guys at Lanier. So, man, oh man, big break here for the 84. Tough break. McPeak still in the pits also. As we watch Brandon Parks now make the pass on the 19, and so did Anthony Monroe. So it's going to come down to the tire game here, but Rafe now into 2. Jamie Kephart into 3, and Adam Herr with a big spin there. And he's got himself all jacked up as we did. Take a look at what happened to the 84 here. Gets himself looped up there into the wall, and bam, he got himself out of there quick. Adam Herr into the pits here. So Brandon Parks, your leader out front. Jamie Kephart in that 2 spot. And Rafe Hatton back there in the number 3 spot. Correct, yes. Right there is Jones, Smolden, and Wyatt Walker now. But that wall will get you every time. 25 laps to go here. Adam Herr's night is done. He'll be in the pits at DNQ for that man tonight. As McPeak now out of the pits. Jamie Kephart now. He's going to have his hands full here. Rafe now looking to the inside of him. These guys are going to be duking it out up here right now. The ticker is up to the moment of what's going on the track, and you're watching it right now. Brandon Parks, Jamie Kephart, 1-2. Adam Herr out of the pits here. He was able to get himself towed in there, grab another car, and he's back out there. So the DNF, he looks like he's going to be able to finish this thing here. He does have a fast repair to use. Jamie Kephart, Rafe, Jones, Smolden, Wyatt Walker, Andrew Ewing, and Anthony Monroe. But right now, Brandon Parks, 23 laps to go for the 28 machine. Brandon Parks making Michigan proud out here tonight. He's got Jamie Kephart right behind him. But Jamie's got lap traffic here. The freaky fast, Jimmy Johns is going to have to really get going here. And there's that asphalt slider we talked about right there. Right in front of the asphalt cowboy. What a coincidence. Can I get a holy Jesus?
Holy Jesus.
Thank you very much. Rafe now still into 3. Jones into 4. Smolden back here into 5 here. And you see the Backdraft Motorsports 84 got himself down 4 laps there with that pit not going the way he wanted it to do, man. Backdraft Motorsports struggling out here tonight as their drivers are in the 9th place, 10th place, and last place. Right now, Choice Inc. now working their way up there. Next Level Racers, number 1 right now, as Adam Herr is in the 10th spot. So 1 and 10 for Next Level Racers, and Choice Inc. Esports sitting 1, 5, and 4. So good turnout for those guys also. So a lot of different teams out here tonight doing a lot of different things here. But I tell you what, Monroe Motorsports in the top 3 with Rafe here from Montana. Looking good if he can hang on with 20 laps to go. 19 this time by in the 203 Truck Series. Big thanks again to Justin Smolden, everybody who makes it possible for us to run these races on Monday night. Without them, we would, we'd be watching Monday Night Football. So we appreciate them being on here with us. So Brandon Parks, still your leader here. We'll see if the pit strategy is going to come into play here or not, but you saw the pass here. 85 now looking underneath the 203. That is Justin Smolden back there. Right after this, we'll take a quick intermission. And we're going to be right into the Pro 4s at Bristol Dirt. What a fun little combination of trucks and track. And we're going to see that right after this. With 18 laps left to go here at IRP tonight, Andrew Ewing, the 19 for Capsule of Time Motorsports, in the 7th spot. The one and only Toyota right in the middle of the pack here tonight. As Rafe now looking to the high side of him, the 18 and the 19 here. I don't think they were ever teammates, but they were probably pretty close. Both of them raced for Anthony Monroe's team before. I know Rafe still does. Rafe's bounced around different teams, so it's hard to keep up with the young man from Montana. But hey, his driving career is doing the work for him. Rafe able to make the pass on the 203. No problem there. Smolden going to take the bottom line there. But Brandon Parks, Jamie Kephart. Jamie Kephart now closing that gap with our leader. Watch this battle unwind with 15 laps to go. Wyatt goes to the bottom there. Good move from him. Thank you, Mr. Lap Car. That is where you want to go if you're a lap car, to the bottom. And he did a great job there, keeping it out of the primary line of your leaders, and let these guys duke it out here. Watching Jamie Kephart and Brandon Parks, and I talked about it. It's hard to pass on the bottom, but it's easy to put that pressure on the high side guy there. Whoa, close right there. Brandon Parks with 14 laps to go here, trying to hold off the boogeyman from Georgia. And he's right up to his back bumper here. Let's take a look from the Capsule of Time LLC.com gearbox cam, and here comes the boogeyman. And it looks like he's going to try to make that pass there. And you see it side there. What a shot. Jamie loses tons of momentum there trying to get that bottom to stick. And that's going to bring Rafe up. Rafe's going to bring that Subway Eat Fresh number 18 Montana machine to the number 3 spot. And he's hanging on there. Jonesy back there in the 4 with 13 to go. Andrew right there. Good battle with Wyatt Walker, Smolden, and Anthony Monroe. Back in the back here. Teammates to 49 battling with the 923. Both drivers for Backdraft Motorsports. Adam Herr there, also with them. Jamie Kephart here, still battling up front. Keep the camera on him, folks. The 4 for Choice Inc. Esports. Duking it out with the 28 for Next Level Racer. Rafe watching him. Jamie Kephart looking for the slider. He's going to take it. Crossover from Brandon. But the preferred line going back up there. And Jamie just didn't get that thing to stick and did the right thing here. But watch these crossovers. Boy, they are fun to watch up front here. Jamie Kephart and that number 4, Freaky Fast. They call him the Boogeyman from Georgia. And you got Brandon Parks, the owner and operator of Next Level Racers, right there in that 28. And that crossover coming again here. Watch Brandon Parks duke it out. Jamie going to do a better job coming out of 4 that time. He kept the wheels underneath him. And I think oh, big shot there. Jamie Kephart hard into the wall. The Force Knight may be done. As that is hard damage to the 4. My, oh my. Jamie Kephart hard into the wall there. That right front is destroyed. And Rafe now going to be licking his chops for a P3 here as he's got a lap car of Andrew now going underneath him here. And you know, and it's always funny when it comes to a lap car, I always let them go. You know, they're trying to fight to get the lap back, but you know, you see what we got to happen right now. But Brandon Parks, Jamie Kephart, 1 and 2. Can Rafe hang on to that number 3 spot right now? We're going to find out. 19's going to try to look underneath him here. It's 8 to go. And Jamie Kephart, with that hard hit into the wall, still bringing that pressure to Brandon Parks. Rafe now dipping that 18 right there. He's like, you know what, boys, if you're going for it, I'm going for it. Holden back there off the track, and he's going down into the pits here. Same with Ryan. Ryan now also going into the pits. Jamie Kephart now going to look to the inside again of the 28, and he's going to pop himself down there with 7 to go. Rafe looking to go with him as the pits are open. Drivers are having to duke it out here at IRP. What a finish we're going to have here. Lap car going to play a crucial role. What's it going to be? You see the lap car up to the high side. He sees the traffic coming. Stays up there. He's like, man, these guys are flying out here tonight. The 923 machine dips down there. You got the 18 right there with the 19, and both drivers now working their way up here. And you're watching this battle up front. Jamie Kephart, Brandon Parks. 5 laps to go at IRP. What a race it's been. Jamie gonna look for that speed on the bottom line there. Not gonna have it this time. The 18, the Subway, the Montana driver, looking to put himself up there, but he's not going to. Ray's gonna have to bring the 18 down the pits. Not enough fuel. Tough break for him. The Jamie Kephart still out front, battling it out with Brandon Parks. What a freaking race here at IRP, man. Side by side. Jamie Kephart right there, puts him up there. You saw Brandon Parks there getting a little lovey-dovey right there with him right back. The throwing hangmakers here for the lead. Jamie Kephart now on the high side into 4. Brandon Parks on the low side here. What's it going to take to finish this race here tonight? Are they going to need to stop for fuel? Is anything else going to happen between now and then? With 3 laps to go, anybody's race. As it looks like they are going to have enough fuel to finish it. Andrew Ewing going to still be in the 3 spot right now, even a lap down. He's still going to be in the 3 spot as they're going to try to save fuel here. It looks like Brandon Parks may have just ran out of fuel. He is going back and back and back. The 18 right into the back of the 28 there. He's able to hang on to it. So it looks like the 28 ran out of fuel as he is really slow. So Brandon Parks now struggling up there on the high side, and he is going backwards. As we are coming to white flag out this time by for Jamie Kephart. Brandon Parks in the 2 right now, and Andrew Ewing in the 3. Brandon just trying to hang on back there for that number 2 spot with no fuel left in that thing. That thing is bone dry. There you have it right there, as he's going to have to bring that thing around. So Jamie Kephart is going to win it here tonight. Brandon Parks going to try to nurse it around to the 3, or to the 2, excuse me. He should finish it off in the 2. There you go. Brandon Parks getting it done in the 2 spot here tonight. And Andrew Ewing going to bring that thing around in the 3 here. Unofficial results going to be left of the screen. So Kephart, Parks, and Andrew. Great race. All right, good stuff. Top 3, Kephart, Parks, and Andrew Ewing. You guys know what to do. Get them up there. Good stuff tonight. All right, man, oh man, what a freaking race we had here tonight. We'll start off with the 3rd place driver and get these guys geared up and ready to go. Let's get them queued up. All right, here we go. We'll start off with the 3rd place driver out of PA, Andrew Ewing. You got a copy.
Yeah, man, what's up?
Hey, good to see you back out here in full form. I know you wasn't feeling too great last week, but you're able to get yourself rolling here tonight. P3 up 4 spots and the one and only Toyota out here. Capsule Time Motorsports, you guys had that thing rolling. Break down the race here tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm normally not that good on these shorter tracks. I like the super speedways and stuff, but took me a little bit, probably first 30 laps to find my groove and figure out where I was going, and then I just chiseled my way back and got a little bit of luck and some decent driving, and was able to stay clean the whole time when we got to 3rd.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job, and congratulations on the P3 here tonight. And who's some great sponsors you want to thank tonight, Andrew?
Yeah, I just appreciate you putting the league on, and big thanks to Capsule Time as well.
Absolutely. There you have it. Andrew Ewing, P3 tonight. Great work, my man. All right, 2nd place driver out of Michigan, the owner and operator of Next Level Racers in the 28 machine. Brandon Parks, you got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, that was fun to watch, man. You and Kephart up there throwing some asphalt sliders and, you know, and the hangmakers back and forth to each other there as the race winded down with about 10 to go. And not sure what happened, but people are telling me maybe you ran out of fuel. Break down your run here today.
Yeah, man. It was I was pretty fuel conscientious of most of the race, but me and Kephart were battling. So, I think he was able to stay out 1 lap longer than I was. I went as far as I could, but I had a pit, and then right there at the end, I knew I wasn't going to make it, so I pretty much had to give up the lead and basically just do the best I could there for the last 5 laps. I ran out with half a lap to go there and just coasted to the finish.
Absolutely, job well done, and congratulations again on the P2 here tonight, Parks. And who's some great sponsors you want to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I would thank my team, Next Level Racers. Everybody's a part of that. Adam, AJ, everybody else. And everybody comes out to these. I like to thank Caphart. Always a blast running with him. You know, pretty much every race we get into, I always have a ton of fun. I think he was apologizing there, but nothing to apologize for. We were having a ton of fun there. So overall, just good race, and hats off to everybody else.
Absolutely. Great job. There you have it. Miranda Parks, P2 here tonight. Great job. Went over now to our race winner. They call him the Boogeyman out of Georgia for Choice Inc. Esports. Jamie Kephart, you got a copy.
Yeah, I got you.
That was fun to watch right there. The battle between you and Parks, duking it out. You're throwing them asphalt sliders right in front of him. He's throwing them back at you, and it comes down to fuel at the end, and you're able to outsmart the scientist over there, Brandon Parks. Not too many people can get it done against him in these trucks, and you're able to start the week off strong here. Break down your run tonight.
Yeah, man, it was a heck of a race. I guess I just screwed up my pit strategy, which is definitely not one of my strong points. I'm a dirt guy, so we don't have to pit a lot, but I came out of the pits, and he had about a straightaway on me, and Rafe got by me. I lucked up getting by Rafe. I think Adam spun and exited off the track, but Rafe checked up to keep from hitting him, so I was able to get by Rafe that way. Had to muscle my way through the lap cars, and I caught up to Park, so I figured was saving. Because I pitted like 2 laps after him, and I knew I was like 0.5 gallons to the good, so I knew he was going to be short. So I figured he was saving. This track's tough to pass on. As y'all saw, trying to keep it on the bottom. The rear end just wants to kick out on you. And I was throwing the sliders a couple times harder to completely clear him, and then a time or two I was trying to just float up to the middle groove, let him keep the high. I locked the tires up one time, and for some reason it pulled to the right. I guess my right front's grabbing a little harder than the left front, and it pulled me right into the wall, and then I thought I heard the tire flap. It just sounded like a tire flapping, and I was like, oh, that's probably it. But went another lap, and I was able to hang in there, surprisingly, with the right front damage, and like I said, Parks was rolling a little slower. I figured he was saving fuel, or trying to at least. So, yeah, in that one slider, I was trying to get it to kind of stop in the mid and get in the high, and I guess I drove it in a little too hot. And there's a fine line between locking the tires up like I did before and not slowing down enough. So I felt like I washed up on him a little bit. That's what I was apologizing for. I was trying to do the cleanest race I could. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, man, we got our setup down from the get-go and turned a couple laps, and it felt good, and we were able to bring it home in the P1. And like you said, against Parks, it's not every week you can do that. So I'm very grateful. And yeah, that was a heck of a race, man.
Absolutely. And last week, Choice Inc. Esports went 5 out of 6 races, and the only way to go 6 for 6 is win the first one. We'll see what you guys can do in the second one here tonight. Congratulations again on the big win here tonight, Kephart. And who's some great sponsors you want to thank, buddy?
Yeah, man. Got to thank the Freaky Fast Jimmy Johns. Love the paint scheme. Obviously a big Harvey fan, so it was kind of on the point running the Freaky Fast tonight. So got to thank Scrub Hugger Graphics, Choice Inc. Esports, Crash Panda Mafia, Boss Contracting, Terry Nix Equipment, 203 for sponsoring these, and you for putting this out there for people to watch. I appreciate you, man.
Yep, absolutely. There you have it. The Boogeyman from Georgia wins it here tonight. Parks of the 2 and Andrew Ewing rounds out your top 3. Great race, y'all.